It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Gonna get out, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Both goaltenders have been equal to the challenge of their opposing side so far. USC from the face-off win, going to dump it down the left side. Around the horn here comes Seneca Valley, stolen at the point. Good job there by Upper St. Clair's Holden Taylor. Taylor gets a second chance, moves the puck over to Engelbert. Engelbert dumping it behind the net. Chris Nichols able to play it out. And ahead now come the Raiders. Trying to push it ahead was Morrow. USC back the other way. 1-on-2, Taylor. Taken out. Aiden Garvin puts him on his rump. And now back the other way. Trying to put some pressure on there for Seneca Valley was C.J. Gwarrick. But Upper St. Clair able to volley it back into the Seneca Valley end. Bodies bang near the blue line. Ian Steubenrock, a guy who's not afraid of physicality, puts the brakes on, sends one Seneca Valley player to the ice, another Raider over top of him, and Upper St. Clair trying to generate some offense from it. Seneca Valley finds it, stepping up. Good shoulder check there by Stutzman. And the physicality picking up here. Around the horn it goes. Seneca Valley trying to get an out. Here it comes up the near side. Able to get in front of it, though, is Taylor. Taylor pressured on the play by Jacob Gilbert. But USC gets the puck up the right side. Brooks York dumping it into the Seneca Valley end. Defense playing it back to the neutral zone. USC needs to touch up to get back on side. And the Raiders dumping this one back. Icing waved. So Upper St. Clair will reset in their own zone. Steubenrock tries to drop it for the defense partner, and it's taken away by Seneca Valley. From the left point, little switcheroo there. Shot from that left point, now blocked down by the defense. And Seneca Valley trying to draw a penalty, not going to get one. Shot blocked. Good job by USC's Connor Ruffner to get in front of it. Lead feed trying to push it ahead to Nico Gallardini. But Seneca Valley ready for it. Good defense by Carter Hain. And he'll send it back through the neutral zone. Carson Lindberg sets up there. And here he comes for the Raiders, trying to split a couple of Panthers. Can't do it. And Sheegan Sanowski for USC moves it ahead. Ruffner bangs into Maxwell, who turns the puck back the other way. Trying to find some room here is Jacob Gilbert. Gilbert taken to the far boards hard. And USC gets it out. It's going to be a little bit too far. And icing the call. That'll bring the face-off back into the home zone to our right. 9:29 left here. In this opening period, no score yet. Face-off in the circle to the right of the Upper St. Clair goal, and netminder Owen Laurent. Face-off won by the Raiders, back to the left point. Setting up, shot through traffic, that goes wide. Pushing down the right side to the net, stick save made. On that opportunity there, nice job by Hawk to keep it in. Valello was the man who got the shot for Seneca Valley. Now back to the left point, trying to shoot again, blocked. Good job by Luca to get in front of that offering. And now USC going to bring it back. And here comes Sam Kashani, looking for Luca. Spinning away from it there on the defense is Matthew Bailey for Seneca Valley, but Kashani going to get it back. Here comes Kashani, flying the wrister to the net. And gloved out of the atmosphere by Nichols, and he'll hold for the draw. And a little bit of everything here so far. Seneca Valley brought it early. Upper St. Clair kind of ebbed the tide a bit by coming back with some scoring chances, and the physicality picked up a bit between these sides as well. And now the face-off won by Seneca Valley. They'll push it out and dump it in. Chasing after it is Morrow. All the way around. USC going to get it out. They have a rush back the other way. Up the right side, dumping it in. And chasing it there is going to be Yassine Al-Salani. Loose puck behind the net. USC comes away with it. Right point try. That goes wide. On that opportunity there, from the right point by Jake Tier. Down low it comes, trying to push to the net, but cut off by the defense. For St. Clair doing a nice job of possessing the puck. Al-Salani dumping it low. USC gets a couple of fresh bodies on behind the play, but Seneca Valley gets it out, and they'll dump it back through center red. Breaks the zone down the right side, and firing wide on that opportunity was Cooper Hain. Seneca Valley had it for a second. Now USC brings it back the other way. Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski, 1-on-3 down the left wing boards. Sheegan-Sanowski dumps behind the Seneca Valley net. Connor Ruffner gives it a run there for USC. Back around here to the near side. Sheegan-Sanowski finishes his check on Matthew Bailey. And then another check thrown out there by USC. And behind the net, Seneca Valley comes away with it. Trying to find an outlet. Back to the neutral zone. Ian Stubenrock pushing it up here to the left side. Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski dumps it in. Back behind the net, Chris Nichols going to try to clear himself, and he gets it ahead, and here comes Gilbert back the other way. Has a couple of trailers. Nice feed in front. Big save in tight. Owen Laurent. Denials. Seems it had to come. Laurent with the big save. Stubenrock breaks the zone, but USC offside. They need to touch up. And Seneca Valley has numbers coming back the other way, but that's going to be offsides. And a break for the Panthers. We'll bring the draw back to the neutral zone. Under 7 minutes, 6:38 left here in period number 1. Face-off one in the neutral zone by Seneca Valley. Vinci Villela dumps it down low. USC tries to reset, give away behind the net, center, nobody home. Back to the point, shot through traffic. That goes wide. Off the stick there of Matthew Bailey. Villela battling him. Frees the puck up. Gilbert joins it as Taylor was the man for USC trying to defend. Puck chipped down the right side. Seneca Valley's Carter Hain after it. Hain trying to come back to Villela. Loose puck here along the boards. Finding it there for Seneca Valley's Carson Lindberg. From the right point, shot towards the net. Luke Myers misses, but Seneca Valley maintains possession. Back behind the USC net. Bodies bang in the corner. One of the Panthers felled. Now 4 men join the scrum. Trying to free that puck up. 5 deep now. Actually 6. Trying to work that puck free. Officials say play on. Seneca Valley drops it. Good job by Bailey to keep. Along the right side. Nice feed in front, but unable to turn it over was Lindberg. And now a chance for USC back the other way. Stolen gets center red. Gilbert hustling back, 1-on-4. Gilbert works it all the way back behind the net. Jackson Rose chases him, and USC gets it out. Officials say the puck was deflected, so the icing is negated. And now back through center red. Kashani and Luca trying to work against Soroka there. But Seneca Valley gains possession, and they look to move it out. Puck dumped back into the USC zone. Panthers reverse. Here they come out. Up the left side there. There's Ryan Spera with a whistle away from the play. And it's going to be a center ice draw. .445 left here in the opening period. Face-off won by Seneca Valley. Back to the point. Out it comes. Through the neutral zone and pushed ahead here. That's Ethan Reif dumping it in. But it's Jake Tier back the other way for USC. Puck loose in the lower left corner. Back to the neutral zone. And Seneca Valley dumps it in. Upper St. Clair will bring it back. Here come the Panthers out. Up the right side. Trying to break it in is York. Seneca Valley regroups, retains, and they'll bring it out. Double check in the corner. Back to the point. Castlin looks it over. Shot blocked. Rebound on the follow-up, and a blocker save made as that puck ended up right on Brooks York's stick in the circle. but a big stop made by Chris Nichols, keeping it scoreless as Seneca Valley brings it back. Ethan Reif will cheap it in, and Cooper Hain looking for a check. Missed it there in the lower right corner. Allows USC to play it all the way back into the Seneca Valley zone. And then we see Cooper Hain moving it over to the left side, breaking center red, throwing it to the net where it's sticked aside by Laurent. On that offering from Seneca Valley's Carter Hain. Carter, the older of the two Hain boys. Carter, the senior. Cooper, the sophomore. And here comes Seneca Valley up the left side. This is Cooper Hain trying to split the defense. He's going to draw a penalty. Stepping into his man there, Stubenrock, but Seneca Valley maintains possession. Keeper off, extra attacker on, and Seneca Valley going to regroup, set things up on this delayed penalty call. Splitting center red here. Carter Hain hit hard on the far boards, and USC touches up. And we'll get our first power play chance of the evening. Seneca Valley will get the man advantage. As Stubenrock heads to the box for USC, he'll sit down for 2 for hooking. On the season, Seneca Valley, their power play, converting at a 20% mark. The penalty kill for USC, killing at a 72.1% clip. The last meeting between these sides, Seneca Valley, they went 1 for 2 with the man advantage. From the face-off, a stick goes flying and a player's down for Seneca Valley. That's Gwarek. And he got hit off the face-off. And his stick went flying, and Gwarek is checking his face. His helmet kind of got dislodged. I don't know if he got hit with the stick right off of the face-off. But Gwarek has the helmet off. And the trainer out to check on him. Gwarek going to skate off on his own. Thought maybe the stick got tangled up originally, but that was a distress signal there from CJ Gwarek. On a positive, he's able to get off on his own power. And we'll face it off in the neutral zone. 6 seconds into this Seneca Valley power play. So we'll drop it here in the right dot in the neutral zone. Face-off won by Seneca Valley. That's Cooper Hain. Hain drifts back into his own zone. Sends it over to the right side. And a short-handed forecheck here by Jackson Rose. Forces Seneca Valley back behind their own net, where the Raiders reset and try to break out. Comes Seneca Valley. Bring it across center red. Cooper Hain hits the zone. Meets resistance. And USC able to get it out. Jackson Rose got the clear, but the defense worked there. It was Justin Schuster who stood Hain up and allowed USC to get it out, killing the first 45 seconds of this Seneca Valley power play. Here comes a chance back now for Cooper Hain! And Rose throws the hip out and sends Hain down. Hain gets a shot, save. Rebound blocked in front. Rose wears 11, and that hip check was reminiscent of a former Penguin in 11, Darius Kasparaitis. Turning shot in the slot from Hain, and the save made by Laurent and cleared out by Upper St. Clair. Big hit, big saves. We remain scoreless here. 35 seconds left on the Seneca Valley power play. Lindbergh chips it back to the USC net. Sticked aside by Laurent, and then cleared out of the zone by Upper St. Clair's Quinn Caslin. Raiders move it ahead. Offsides. And we'll get the neutral zone draw. 15 seconds left here on the Seneca Valley power play. And Upper St. Clair's penalty kill has been strong on this first power play try for either side tonight. Face-off won by the Raiders. Villela moves it ahead. Gorick dumps it in. Chasing after it there is Soroka. Our way. And nobody harmed. Made its way right through the broadcast area. Far of my left, but in the equipment area, none of the equipment or people in the standing area were hit with that puck. There's no nets here on the side glass here at the Ice Castle, so keep your heads up, says the guy who was looking down at the roster when that puck entered the crowd. Face-off won by USC. Penalty over. We are back to even strength. Panthers get this one out, and that puck was shot out before the penalty was over. And we have 5 aside again. Seneca Valley trying to get it out. Back here through the neutral zone. Up the left side comes Soroka. Soroka taken out. Keep it coming it, though, there is Seneca Valley. And the right pad save made by Laurent. USC trying to get an exit. Moved ahead. Here comes Yassine Al-Salani. Throws it to the net from the far right circle. Nichols will smother and hold. And we'll face it off in the visitor zone to our left. Final 13 seconds of this opening period. Face-off one back to the Seneca Valley end. Upper St. Clair regroups. Rose steps into Lindbergh as he dumps the puck back into the Raiders zone. Final 3 seconds of the period. Seneca Valley just going to drift back as the horn sounds to end period number 1. 17 minutes of hockey in the books here from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon. Your score after 1. Seneca Valley and Upper St. Clair scoreless. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching PIHL High School Hockey Night live on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Back here at the Ice Castle, getting ready to get period number 2 underway. Upper St. Clair, Seneca Valley scoreless in this AAA matchup. Matt Vandriak center ice with you as High School Hockey Night Live is on TenbandTV. Scoring chances for both sides, but both keepers perfect through period number 1. The only power play chance belonged to Seneca Valley, but USC got the kill. Left to right, the Panthers start period number 2, dumping the puck back into the Seneca Valley zone. Tough angle shot, save made by Nichols on that try there from Upper St. Clair's Nevin Sheegan-Sanowski. Draw it again. Here in the Seneca Valley zone to our right. Face-off won by the Raiders. Poked up the right side. Seneca Valley tries to exit. Comes an opportunity for Martin. Martin to the top of the left circle. Wrist shot coming. Blocked by the defense of USC. Puck comes back. Shot on glove save. Juggled and pushed out as Cooper Hain put it on, and Owen Laurent fought it off, juggled it, and then pushed it away. And we have a whistle behind the play, and let's get a hand pass the call against USC. That'll bring the draw back into the home zone to our left. Shots on goal in the first period, Seneca Valley 12, Upper St. Clair 7. And both goaltenders perfect. Chris Nichols stopping all 7 of those for Seneca Valley, while Owen Laurent turned aside all 12 shots that he faced for USC. Panthers win the faceoff. Luca trying to find an out. Backhand pass ahead. Here comes a chance. Kashani shoots the stick out of the defender as Tyler Maxwell got back to block it. Lost his timber. Set the horn off. Didn't go. Seneca Valley back rising. Rip that one up and over the net on the try there from Owen Martin. To the right point. Maxwell, who's recovered his blade and dumps it in. Seneca Valley touches up, actually gets some fresh troops on off the bench as Upper St. Clair brings it back the other way. Up the left side, Jackson Rose skates through a check into the corner. Rose bounces off another check as he drops it back to the point. Shot through traffic, blocked. Seneca Valley coming back the other way. It's John Soroka. Up the left side, has a trailer. Score! CJ Gwarek puts the mesh in motion. Great setup on the drop pass from Soroka. And Gwarek goes top shelf. The ice broken by Seneca Valley. 2 minutes into the second period. It's 1-0 in favor of the Raiders. Bounces off another check as he drops it back to the point. Shot through traffic, blocked. Seneca Valley coming back the other way. It's John Soroka up here at center. Up the left side, has a trailer. Score! CJ Gwarek puts the mesh. Confirmation on who it was that for sure got the goal. And we'll get you a number after that. So Seneca Valley, great play to set it up. Bodies bang here in front of the USC student section. They have the air horn, which sounds like a Fiat. If you remember what a Fiat is, you're older than everybody on the ice, that's for sure. Up the left side, Seneca Valley breaks the zone. USC going to bring it back. Good pass ahead, Gallardini looks it over, wrister, pad save, rebound, doesn't go. So Upper St. Clair got a great chance. There's a steal. Shigensanowski brings the boom. And there's a Seneca Valley player who's shaken up and having a hard time getting off. And we're going to get a whistle here as the Raiders ice the puck. And I think for Seneca Valley, that's Owen Martin. And he's favoring that left shoulder as he and Shigensanowski went shoulder to shoulder. And Shigensanowski got the better of it. And Martin shaken up. CJ Gwarek got the goal for Seneca Valley. That's his third of the season. From the face-off, push to the net by Upper St. Clair's Cooper Stutzman with York down low. And Nichols puts the glove down to cover it up there for the Raiders. Not sure if there'll be a secondary assist on the goal or not. It'll be Gwarek from Soroka. I'll get you the official. I promise. From the face-off, right to the net. And Chris Nichols able to track it through traffic and hang on for the draw. Draw in the circle on the right wing. One there. Tier pushing it ahead. Hustling after it there for USC is York. Penalty coming up. And Upper St. Clair is going to get their first chance with the man advantage. Hooking call coming here against Seneca Valley, and that will send USC to the power play for the first time tonight. Hustling after it there for USC. Upper St. Clair on the power play, converting at a 23.5% mark. First chance with the penalty kill for Seneca Valley, killing at an 88.2% clip. In the October 23rd matchup between these teams, Upper St. Clair was 0 for 3 with the man advantage that night. Chance to get the equalizer here. Shigensanowski from the faceoff. At the right point, down to the right wall, back to Shigensanowski at the point. Shigensanowski drifts, top of the circle, shot through traffic. G-Love, glove save, Chris Nichols. So Shigensanowski, a nice job there to set that up. Let the traffic develop in front, trying to get a screen in front of Nichols, but Nichols able to track it and flag it down with the mitt. Luca into the dot here in the right circle. Wins it back to Shigensanowski, who swings it over to the left point. Through traffic, shot on, that deflects wide. Seneca Valley trying to clear. Luca going to dummy the play, now back to Shigensanowski. He and Luca give and go. Shigensanowski to the right wall, going to get it back at the right point. Nevin Shigensanowski drifts, now to the left point. Comes back to Shigensanowski. Through traffic, nice block by Seneca Valley. Getting in front of it there was C.J. Gwarick, who had the goal, now doing the work on the penalty kill as well. 45 seconds have gone by in this power play try for USC. Nico Gallardini breaks the zone, dumps it around, cleared out by Seneca Valley. And we're almost halfway through this USC power play. Luca can't break the zone. Good defense there at the blue line by Carter Hain. Upper St. Clair gets in, but Seneca Valley gets it out. And the Panthers regroup, set it up. Here comes Jackson Rose. Cross center red. Into the zone, trying to work around the defense. Has it taken away and cleared out by Cooper Hain. Well, the defense work was done by Seneca Valley's Carter Hain. So Rose found the Haynes to be a thorn there. See what I did? Maxwell back the other way, dumping it in. Shigensanowski will find it for USC. One more rush on the power play here for the Panthers. 15 seconds remain on the man advantage. Luca going to dump and chase his own pass, but Cooper Hain, first man there, and cleared out by the Raiders back to center red. Shigensanowski sets up at the red line, steps into a slap shot, and Nichols sticks it aside. Penalty over, back to even strength, so both teams 0 for 1 on the night with the man advantage. Dump down low, Luca brings it around here to the near side, and here comes Gilbert. Jacob Gilbert with numbers, has a trailer, it's Hain. Nice job getting back, though, by Upper St. Clair's Connor Ruffner. Into the lower left corner. USC's Quinn Caslin forced it loose. Finding it is Seneca Valley, driving to the net. Unable to turn it over, though, was Jacob Gilbert. And now it's crossing center red and dumped in by USC's Ryan Sparrow. Again, Seneca Valley without their top point getter, Braden Morin. Travel tournament duties, taking him out of the lineup tonight. Gilbert spins away from Taylor as he breaks it into the USC zone. He'll dump, giving a chance here for Evan Hawk to chase it around. First man to it in the corner. And spun back out. Seneca Valley trying to center. Puck comes through. Setting it up at the top of the left circles. Gwarick, he has the only goal of the game. Dropping it back to Morrow. Through traffic, it's wide. Loose down low. Poked at by Seneca Valley, but wide of the net. Upper St. Clair trying to clear, they can't. Seneca Valley keeps, puck chip back behind the net. Seneca Valley after it here, centering through the slot, nobody home. Over to the right point, picked up there by Leighton Morrow. Morrow circles, throws it in front off the outside of the net. Nobody home on the rebound there for Seneca Valley, but the Raiders maintain possession and keep USC hemmed in. Spinning away over there on the left side, spinning away from a second check is Carter Hain. Nice pass right circle, shot on, save made by Laurent on the try there for Seneca Valley. Shot was taken by Mason Sheets. And we'll face it off in the home zone to our left. Just under 10 minutes left here in the second period. Seneca Valley, the only tally coming in the second period, off the stick of C.J. Gwarick. Gallardini throwing it back to the net. And Gallardini's offering is cut off by Chris Nichols. So we'll draw it again. In the home zone to our right. And for Seneca Valley, Vinci Valella is going to head off, so I had the wrong guy. It wasn't Martin who got injured in that collision with Sheegan Sanowski. It was Vinci Valella, and he is headed to the locker room. He's favoring his shoulder. War of attrition out here for Seneca Valley. It was Martin who took that high stick off the faceoff. As this one's fed to the net, patted aside by Chris Nichols. And around it comes here, back behind the net. Upper St. Clair, Weston Engelbert tries to keep it, but Seneca Valley going to bring it back up the right side, dumped in by Sheets around the horn. Myers can't keep it at the point, and all the way back into the Seneca Valley zone it goes. Tyler Maxwell tracking it down up the left side and dumped back too far, and it's going to be icing. As Ethan Reif was trying to track down that lead pass. Icing the call, bring the face-off back into the visitor zone to our right. Just under 9 minutes left here on the clock in this second period. USC trailing Seneca Valley 1-0. Face-off won by the Raiders. Here comes Owen Martin. Going to chip it in. Reif going to chase. Reif the first man to the puck, then the lower left corner. Has it taken away, though. Here comes Jordan Luca. 2-on-3. Luca going to dump and chase. Looking over his shoulder, there's Matthew Bailey as the big forward. Jordan Luca, number 89 for USC. Mentioned him before. That's sophomore, just a sophomore. But as Austin Powers would say, he's a man, baby. Luca up the left side, pushing it ahead. Chipped into the zone, over to the far side. Bodies bang, penalty coming up. And USC touches. Looks like the Panthers are heading back to the sin bin. Interference the call. And Rose is going to sit down for USC. That'll give Seneca Valley their second shot at the power play here tonight with 8:17 left in the second period. 1-0 the score in favor of Seneca Valley. Off the stick of C.J. Gwarick. Top shelf wrister that was set up beautifully by John Soroka. Draw the USC zone to our left. Rose 2 for interference. And Seneca Valley back to the power play for the second time. Upper St. Clair wins a draw. They dump it out. Rifle chase all the way back into his own zone. Taking the far skate around. Now slows down behind the net. Drops it off. And the Raiders exit. Hain stood up by Tier. Able to move it ahead. Hain to Hain. As that was Cooper to Carter. But Tier on both of them for USC. Able to force it back into the Seneca Valley zone. Out through center red. Nice move by Reif. Takes it down deep. Defense did a good job of shutting down the shooting lane. Over to the top of the right circle, back to the point. One-time rip from the circle. Reif denied by the right pad of Owen Laurent. Reif gets it back. Rising shot. Glove save. Owen Laurent. The old adage in hockey is your best penalty killer is your goaltender. And Owen Laurent, stellar with a couple of big saves there. Good job of shutting down the USC deficit one. Over to the top of the right circle, back to the point. One-time rip from the circle. Reif denied by the right pad of Owen Laurent. Face-off won by USC. Comes back to the left point. Maxwell bangs it off the boards. Switches positions there with Lindbergh. Maxwell all the way down into the corner. He'll get it back at the top of the left circle. Maxwell looks it over, point-to-point pass over to the right side. Comes back to Maxwell, through traffic, redirects, save made Laurent, and there is no rebound. Owen Laurent closes the door and keeps Seneca Valley off the board with 43 seconds remaining on this Raiders power play. Laurent was strong in the first meeting between these teams, making 35 saves on 39 shots. And he's been stellar here tonight. The deficit one for USC. 35 seconds of power play time remain here for Seneca Valley. Maxwell drifts to the point. To his right, he'll pass to the right point. Seneca Valley sets up. Comes back to Maxwell. Maxwell to the top of the circle. Centered. Nobody home, and it's over. Maxwell sticks and back in the neutral zone. Giving chase there. Sheegan Sanowski shorthanded. Last rush here for Seneca Valley, but Sheegan Sanowski takes it away and sends it back into the Seneca Valley end. 10 seconds remain here on the Raiders power play. Here comes Seneca Valley back with it. Crossing center red. 3 seconds left for the man advantage. Wrister coming, sticked aside by Laurent, and USC gets the kill on a good opportunity there by John Soroka. Back to even strength. Sheegan Sanowski ahead. Here comes Nico Gallardini. Tries to drag. Can't do it. Seneca Valley defends, and here they come back the other way. Luke Myers leads the charge. Myers, look, shoots, stick save made, and the puck off the meshing behind the net as Laurent makes the save. Good job by Seneca Valley there, too, as Myers used Stubenrock as a screen and try to shoot it to the outside, but Laurent equal to the task. Face off on the left side, go to the right of the USC zone. Won by the Panthers. Jake Tier trying to push it up the right side. Shipped out by Connor Ruffner. And back into the Seneca Valley end. Raiders trying to push it up the right side. Looking there for Mason Sheets. Seneca Valley watches as USC regroups. Then the Raiders steal. Trying to push it back to Bailey, but it's taken away by Upper St. Clair. Here comes Gallardini, going to chip it ahead. Battling with Bailey into the corner. Rose joins the fray. Gallardini ends up down, and Seneca Valley ends up with the puck. Here come the Raiders out. Lead feed to Sheets. Sheets breaks the zone. Sheets tries to push it in front. Jake Tier able to take it away. Then Tier finishes his check in the corner as well. Around the horn it comes. Upper St. Clair's Ken Caslin. Tries to find an out here, bringing it back to the near side. At the left point, kept in there by Seneca Valley's Aiden Garvin. Behind the net, Caslin gets another chance. Going to go to the far side. Backhands it up the far boards. And Ruffner chips it ahead. Stutzman trying to make some offense, 1-on-2. Stutzman works it towards the net, but is cut off by Seneca Valley. Rose steps into his man. Stutzman joins the fray. Back to the right point. Stubenrock trying to push it down the right wall to Stutzman. Puck pushed towards the net, but Seneca Valley gets it away. One of the Raiders blows a tire. But back the other way. Moved ahead there by Garvin. Seneca Valley going to change as they dump in. Able to find it. Hain, cut off by Stutzman. Has his pocket picked by Brady Watson. All the way around the horn it goes. Kept it at the right point. Fed down low. Stubenrock after it. He'll bump. Centering, feed in tight and ripping just wide was Brady Watson. From the right side, pushed in here. That's going to be Carter Hain. Carter Hain that time. I got my Haynes mixed up. Stutzman tries to get it out. Morrow does a nice job to keep it in. Stutzman regroups at center red. He's going to push it back into the Seneca Valley zone, and out of the net there is Chris Nichols. Nichols is a guy who's definitely not afraid to use the stick. A nice job he's done so far with the stick handling. Speaking of stick handling, Morrow back the other way, but his backhand shot goes wide. Centering feed, loose puck in front. Upper St. Clair founds it. Here they come. Up the right side, bouncing puck, and we see Nichols get the glove down. Here comes a chance back for Martin. Martin crosses center red, leads the charge, but offside. And we'll bring the faceoff back to the neutral zone. Here comes a chance back for Martin. Martin crosses center red, leads the charge, but offside. And we'll bring the faceoff back to the neutral zone. Faceoff here in the circle. Won by the Panthers. They look to get it out. Chipped ahead. Leading the charge. Wrister coming. Save made as Ryan Sparrow broke the zone. Nichols, though, stepped up and made the save. And we'll set the face-off up again. The Seneca Valley zone to our right, 2:39 left here in period number 1. Period number 2, that is. Seneca Valley leads, the only goal coming in the second period. Off the stick of C.J. Gwarrick. To the net from the face-off, sticked out of there by Nichols. Bodies bang in the corner. Gallardini finds the puck. Moving it behind the net. Opera St. Clair. Comes out to Tier. Tier shoots through traffic. Hits Shigan-Sanowski in front and never gets through. Shigan-Sanowski finds, turns, and sticked aside by Chris Nichols. Into the meshing behind the net. Faceoff stays in the visitor zone to our right. 2:17 left here in this second period. Fast-moving game. Only one on the board so far. Seneca Valley 0 for 2 with the power play. Upper St. Clair 0 for 1. Panthers trying to knot it up here in the latter portion of the second frame. Rose from the faceoff, throws it down low. Shigan-Sanowski to the left side. Trying to work away from the defense, drops it back. Defenseman lost a stick from the left point. Schuster dumps it in, but Seneca Valley comes away with it. Around the horn it comes. To the left point, Rose kept it for a second, but now the exit, Rose able to cut it off. He's going to bring it back the other way. Rose tries to drag, drops it back. Shigan-Sanowski can't turn that one over. Look, he was trying to line a shot up there. Over to Ruffner, but taken away by Seneca Valley. Here comes the opportunity now for Carter Hayne. Floats it into the USC zone. Battle for it behind the net. Upper St. Clair comes away with it. Lead feed at the left side. Gallardini chips it to himself. Gallardini diving for that puck as he battles against the defense of Seneca Valley there. Matthew Bailey. Into the corner, it's worked. And the puck out of play. Over the glass on the far side. It looks like it was touched last by the Raiders, so we'll keep the face-off in the Seneca Valley zone to our right. 72 seconds left on this second period clock. Face-off won by the Raiders. They will clear it out. This one might have the chance to go the length of the ice. It does, and it's icing, even though the Raiders would have touched the puck first. Does not make a difference in high school hockey. The length of the rink, once it's crossing the goal line from the wrong side of the red, it is an automatic icing call, and the face-off back into the Raiders zone to our right. 65 seconds now left here in period number 2. Face-off won by the Raiders. Panthers put some pressure on, trying to work it out there for Seneca Valley. Over here to the near side, Watson will find it. Watson steps away from a check, moves it ahead. Trying to find Cooper Hayne. Returned back by Jake Tier. Seneca Valley finds it up. Finds it again, that is, and they get it out. Upper St. Clair turns it back. Players tumbling in front of the USC bench. Back the other way comes Seneca Valley. Tier trying to turn away from the forecheck there of Tyler Maxwell. Into the corner. Final 30 seconds here of this second period. Back to the point. Morrow can't glove it down. All the way it goes. This is not going to be icing. And actually, it is going to be icing. I'm sorry, we have a slash behind the play. I was wondering why Nichols came out of the net to play that one. Tier was the man who was slashed. And USC will go to the power play for the second time tonight, as Seneca Valley's Tyler Maxwell, in the words of Allison Shanes, is the man in the box. Upper St. Clair 0 for 1 with the power play tonight. 20.7 seconds left, so if the Panthers can't find the net here in this remaining time in the second frame, they will have a minute and 40 seconds of power play time to work with when the third period gets underway. Face-off won by Seneca Valley. Spinning away with it here for the Raiders, and they will clear it out. Good work by Seneca Valley's Aiden Garvin. See if USC takes one more rush with 7 seconds left in the period. Stepping in, skating up. Here comes Rose, but the Panthers are offsides. And with 0.6 of a second left, we'll take this draw outside of the zone And we'll have a face-off, and then that will end period number 2. And there's the horn. 2 periods in the books here from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon. Upper St. Clair will have a minute and 40 seconds of power play time to work with when the 3rd period gets underway. 2 chapters written, 1 more still to be told here. Your score after 2, it's Seneca Valley 1, Upper St. Clair nothing. We'll be back with your 3rd period of action in just a bit. You are watching High School Hockey Night Live. It's the PIHL on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Hip. Hip, hip.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Start period number 2, dumping the puck back into the Seneca Valley zone. Tough angle shot, save made by Nichols. On that, bounces off another check as he drops it back to the point. Shot through traffic, blocked. Seneca Valley coming back the other way. It's John Soroka. Up the left side, has a trailer. Score! CJ Gwarek puts the mesh in motion. So Upper St. Clair got a great chance. There's a steal. Shigetsanowski brings the boom. And there's a Seneca Valley player who's pushing it ahead. Hustling after it there for USC is York. Penalty coming up. And Upper St. Clair is going to get their first chance with the man advantage. Defense did a good job of shutting down the shooting lane. Over to the top of the right circle, back to the point. One-time rip from the circle. Reif denied by the right pad of Owen Laurent. Reif gets it back. Rising shot. Glove save. Owen Laurent. Here comes a chance back for Martin. Martin crosses center red, leads the charge, but offside. And we'll bring the faceoff back to the neutral zone.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Whoop.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Pass Cunningham. Here comes Cunningham between the defenders. Cunningham. Score! Ethan Cunningham! Hat trick! Game-winning goal! The Ramblers win the 2025 2A Penguins Cup! And Ethan Cunningham is a local hero!
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Gonna get up, pretty baby. Gonna get out of this rocking chair.
Hewitt creating space. Hewitt turning. Scoring! Marshall Hewitt has won the Penguins Cup championship for the Seneca Valley Raiders with 12:29 to play in triple overtime. And don't ever play Lady of Spain again.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Back here at the Ice Castle, we're going to get period number 3 underway. Upper St. Clair and Seneca Valley, the Raiders lead the Panthers 1-0. Matt Vandriak, center ice with you here. As the PIHL is on TenbandTV. And tonight's game is brought to you by the Mount Washington Shop and Save. Get your last minute grocery shopping done at Mount Washington Shop and Save. Located at 125 Virginia Avenue, Mount Washington Shop and Save is a locally owned grocery store that provides customers with a clean, fresh, and warm shopping experience. Open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Mount Washington Shop and Save is your place for convenience, quality, and savings. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. Upper St. Clair, they have a minute and a half of power play time to work with here. As Seneca Valley dumps it in. Fresh sheet of ice out here. Right to left, USC will move. Up the left side, Luca Slaps it off the end boards and back around. All the way back to the USC end. Cut off by the keeper there. It's Owen Laurent. And USC going to bring it back. Rose brings it across center red. Taken out as he enters the zone, but a penalty coming up against Seneca Valley as Sroka may have got the knee out there. He's going to head to the sin bin, but USC players down. That's Jackson Rose. And Rose favoring that left thigh. Either took hip on thigh or knee on thigh, or it might have been knee on knee. Either way, Upper St. Clair, a golden opportunity here to tie this one up. They will have a 5-on-3 power play for 54 seconds. Faceoff will stay in the Seneca Valley zone to our left. Tripping the call. And it looks like we got a major there too. Going to get a 2 and a 10. Only goal of the game. In the second period, CJ Gwarrick, set up by John Sroka. Matthew Bailey got a secondary assist on that. And it will be a 2 and a 10. So big chance here for Upper St. Clair. Gallardini from the left point back to the right point. Schuster down the right side. Tough angle shot. Fought off. Good save made there by Chris Nichols. Schuster at the point on the right side. Comes to the left side now. Gallardini top of the circle. Over to the right circle. Sheegan Sanowski back to Schuster. Schuster looks the scene over. Into the circle. Gallardini in tight looking for the redirect and just missing there was Sheegan Sanowski. Nichols may have gotten the left leg out to knock it away. 15 seconds remaining here on the 2-man advantage. USC brings it across center red with speed. Up the right side is Ruffner. Ruffner bringing it all the way around. Gallardini takes it at the left point, drifts to his right. Gallardini looks it over, drags, wrists, fires wide. Rebound in tight. Nichols dives to his left to keep it out. And the first penalty is over, so we'll go 5-on-4 for 1 minute and 6 seconds. But Chris Nichols, a couple of big plays to keep Seneca Valley on top by 1. Face off here in the right zone, right circle that is, of the Seneca Valley zone. And the Raiders win that face off and send it back to the USC end. Back behind the net, Upper St. Clair resets. Here they come. Rose, good to see he's okay after taking that knee. Moves it ahead to the right side. Puck pushed down low. Stutzman pushing it towards the net. Fought off by Seneca Valley. Luca will find it. Brings it back to Gallardini at the left point. Gallardini over to the right point. Going to get it back. Gallardini. Now to the circle. Far past there looking for Sheegan Sanowski. Sheegan Sanowski tries to work behind the net. Sheegan Sanowski looks it over. Back to Gallardini along the near boards. 20 seconds left on the USC power play. Tough angle shot by Sheegan Sanowski. Fought off by the goaltender Nichols. Seneca Valley can't clear it out though. Good job by the Panthers to keep. Luca camped out in front of the net. He's looking for it. Trying to set him up with Stutzman. He'll find it back behind the net. Comes back to Gallardini at the left point. Penalty expires. We are back to even strength. And the puck goes all the way back to the USC net where Owen Laurent will send it back through center red. Trying to break the zone for Seneca Valley, CJ Gwarrick, who has the only goal of the game so far. Getting tied up with one of the USC defenders in the right circle. Seneca Valley able to keep. Trying to set, looking to center. Knocked away by the defense. Now we get a penalty behind the play. And I think that Rose may be the guy who's going to serve it. So he got tied up with Seneca Valley's Jacob Gilbert. So Rose will sit down. Seneca Valley, they'll get their third crack with the power play here tonight. The Raiders 0 for 2. Face off in the home zone to our right. Big chance here. Seneca Valley killed off that two-man advantage, and now they'll get the power play try. Rife with the rip pat. Save made by Laurent. To the right point. Hain drops it back. Hain to Hain pass doesn't connect, and now a lead feed back the other way, short-handed. And softly and calmly, Chris Nichols takes it back behind the net. Seneca Valley back score! Rister knocks the bottle off. Have a sip as well. And that's going to draw a crowd. The Raiders take a 2-0 lead on the power play goal. That's going to be C.J. Gwarick scoring again. A power play goal. Knocked the bottle off the net. Picked it up. Had himself a sip. And now he's going to get himself a penalty too. So coincidental roughing minors are going to go against Brooks York and one of the Seneca Valley players. I think an unsportsmanlike conduct call is going to go against Gwarick, who it's the first time I've seen that celebration. I've got to say, I'm kind of impressed with it. Knock the bottle off, pick it back up, get a drink. We'll let the officials sort this one out. Regardless, power play goal for Seneca Valley. Second of the night, fourth of the season for C.J. Gwarick. We'll see if we have the official assists listed here as the referees sort things out. Sin bin's getting full over there. Going to be lapping it up. Seneca Valley, they got 4 guys in the box. She had the 10-minute call for the kneeing. Get you that, actually. As soon as the page refreshes. The official sorting it out with the crew over there. Okay, so Soroka got called for kneeing and then got 10 minutes added on top of that. Rose took the roughing penalty. That led to the PPG and the 2-0 lead for Seneca Valley. It looks like everything that happened after the play is going to be offsetting. So the Raiders, after killing that 5-on-3 power play, they come through on their third try with the man advantage and take the lead 2-0 as C.J. Gwarick having himself a night, 2 goals and a toast. USC trying to find something here. Long shot, gloved and held as Nichols takes no chances. So Gwarick with 2, his 3rd and 4th of the season. And Seneca Valley leads 2-0 with 12:36 left here in this third period. Seneca Valley, they have been a juggernaut this season. 11-0. 2 of those wins coming, 1 in overtime, 1 in a shootout. They've been impressive. Long point shot takes an odd bounce and ends up going wide of the net, as that definitely fooled the keeper, Chris Nichols. Chipped ahead, down the left side, Cooper Hain. After it, into the corner. Coming away with it is Myers. Trying to send it back to the point. Fed down towards the USC net. Players tumbling back behind the cage. Over to the right circle. Bodies bang along the right wall. USC trying to find that loose puck. Jake Tier finally will. Tier over here to the near side. And USC gets the exit. Up the right side. Puck chip down low. Connor Ruffner brings it around. Nobody home, though, at the point. Now Sheets back the other way for Seneca Valley. Trying to spin away from Caslin. Back behind the USC net. Panthers set. They'll chip it back. Nice drop pass there to Ruffner. Shot on. Save made. Rebound loose and backhanded wide. Schuster steps in, but taken away. Myers just shrugs a man off. Ruffner didn't like it, and now Rose ends up down. This one will draw a whistle. And Upper St. Clair will get the power play again. This will be the 4th power play try for USC. They're out for the evening. Seneca Valley, they're going to need to add a second tier to that penalty box. It's full house. No Uncle Jesse. CJ Gwarrick, he picked up a 10-minute misconduct for his bottoms-up celebration. But now picking up the penalty for Seneca Valley is going to be Luke Myers. He'll sit down for 2. And USC on the power play, they need to get one here. Rose drags, drifts, shoots, blocked. Good work by Seneca Valley in the defense there. Carter Hain. And now the Raiders clear. Upper St. Clair resets. Rose leads the charge. Up the right side, Sheegan Sanowski. I'm sorry, that was Gallardini trying to break in, and he's taken off on an open ice bump there from Seneca Valley's Carter Hain. Seneca Valley comes away, and they clear. First 40 seconds of this power play try for the Panthers has been pretty uneventful. USC sets up, trying to find their way out. They're going to get it going here. Down 2. 65 seconds remain on the man advantage. Rose dumps it in. Stutzman going to chase. Cooper Hain, the first man there, is going to reverse direction and get the clear. Gallardini pressured on the play. Goaltender Laurent trying to help out. Now Rose steps in. Good forecheck there, shorthanded by Gilbert for Seneca Valley. Gallardini drops it back. Sheegan Sanowski to Gallardini down low. Coming back to Sheegan Sanowski in the circle. Defense there for Seneca Valley. And now a shorthanded chance, maybe back the other way. Hustling down the left side. Seneca Valley shot on. Save made. Laurent keeps it out. And pleasantries exchanged afterwards. Draw will stay in the USC zone with 27 seconds remaining on the power play. Chance there for Seneca Valley was Leighton Morrow, who was stopped by Laurent. Face-off won by USC. 25 seconds of power play time left. Lead feed trying to find Spera, but it's turned back by Seneca Valley. Sheets works it into the USC zone. And Upper St. Clair down to 15 seconds of power play time to work here. Down 2. Checked as he enters the zone as Ruffner is stepping into him for Seneca Valley. There was Aiden Garvin. Back with it come the Raiders. Penalty over. And Seneca Valley perfect on the kill tonight. Hain trying to go cross rink there looking for Sheets. Pass doesn't connect. And USC will set up and try to break out. Over here to the near side. Caslin gets it back to center red. Garvin turns it back, finds Reif, but Reif was over the line before the puck. Offsides back to the neutral zone with an even 9 minutes left here in this third period. Special teams making a difference here tonight. Upper St. Clair 0 for the night on the power play, including not being able to convert on a 2-man advantage that had 54 seconds of full 5-on-3 time. And then USC watches Seneca Valley tally on the power play here in the third period to push the lead to 2-0. Thrown long distance back to the net. Laurent will take no chances. He gloves it down and holds. And we'll draw it up again here. In the USC zone to our right. Face-off won by the Raiders. Driving towards the net, pushing it on, sticked out by Laurent. On a good opportunity there for Seneca Valley's Owen Martin. Back into the SV zone. Raiders set it up. Wrap it around here to the near side. Can't clear it out. Push to the right circle. Shot to the net there by York. Blocked by the defense of Seneca Valley. And coming away with it for the Raiders there is Tyler Maxwell. Over to the far side. We'll see Cooper Hain. Bring it back. Has a man going towards to the net. Maxwell tries to put it on there, does Tyrell Maxwell. Evan Hawk was, I think, the intended recipient of that pass, but it never got through. Pushed back by the Panthers. Here comes Owen Taylor. Tries to set it up, has his pocket picked. And back the other way comes Seneca Valley. Drag, drop, taken away by USC. Yassine Al-Salani. All the way back to the Seneca Valley net. Sticked aside by Chris Nichols. Back behind the net, we have a whistle here. I'm not sure what the call is. Defensive zone draw, one there by Seneca Valley. Lead feet ahead, trying to find Rife. Good job to cut him off there by Jake Tier. Tier tries to bring it back. He stood up at the blue line. Good defense there by Seneca Valley's Carson Lindberg. And now Lindberg will bring it back the other way. Lindberg trying to work around a man. Falling down on the play. Lindberg shrugs off a check. Gallardini, I think, was the man who was knocked down, and then Sheegan Sanowski tried to finish his check, and he got shrugged off. Gallardini brings it back, trying to work the puck around. Aiden Garvin tied up. The officials say play on, and Seneca Valley going to bring it back the other way. Dumping it in there is Morrow. Sheegan Sanowski will find it in the near corner for USC. Seneca Valley steals. USC takes it back. Here comes a chance back the other way. Tier leads it, takes it to the right circle. Shot coming, diving effort blocked by the Seneca Valley defense there. Now the Raiders bringing it back. Cross center red. Good work there by Leighton Morrow. He got the block, and he gets the clear. Battle into the corner. Seneca Valley comes away with it. Myers tapping it on the backhand towards the net. Upper St. Clair takes it away. Seneca Valley takes it back. Big check right in front of the student section. Cue up the AC/DC. Sheets got thunderstruck by Rose on that one. Sparrow trying to push it in for USC. Seneca Valley gets the clear, and they're going to bring it back. Up the right side. Myers going to chase into the corner. Steubenrock works it over to the right side. USC trying to exit. They'll get the chance. Chipped ahead. Steubenrock trying to chase it down. Nice job by Maxwell to cut it off, though. Under 5.5 left here in regulation. Hain. Can't get it through Steubenrock. Steubenrock drags it back into his own zone. Raider falls at the feet of the official. Up the right side, Panthers breaking it in. From the right circle, fired on, and Nichols makes the glove save and holds for the draw on that offering there from Sheegan Sanowski. Face up on the right wing circle, to the left of the Seneca Valley goal, and keeper Chris Nichols. Back to the right point. Tear shot blocked as Martin gets in front of it. Sheegan Sanowski turns and stopped. Chris Nichols, another big save, keeping the goose egg on the board for USC. Nichols has been strong here tonight, and Nichols had a really good season too. A sub-1 goals against average, .943 save percentage, and 4 shutouts coming into tonight. It's our all-star numbers. And, of course, the PIHL All-Star Sunday. Sunday, January the 25th, We'll have all 5 games for you all day long on TenbandTV. More to come on that. It's going to be a celebration. I promise. Be a good time. Centering try there for Seneca Valley. Nobody home. And the Panthers going to break it back the other way. Crossing center edge. Shot towards the net. Taken there by Gallardini. Blocked. 4:20 left here in regulation. 2-0 Seneca Valley in the lead. Icing caught against the Raiders. Faceoff will move back into the visitor zone to our left. Still do not have that third period goal updated here on the PIHL site. I know Guara got it. I just don't know who got the assist. Puck pushed back behind the net. Thrown off the back of the twine there from that tough angle try by Rose. Puck ends up back at the right point. Stubenrock dumping it down for USC. But Seneca Valley comes away with it. Shot to the net from the left side there by Schuster, sticked out by Chris Nichols. And Schuster has to regroup all the way back into his own zone as we approach 3:35 left here in this third period. And the score remaining 2-0 in favor of Seneca Valley. Reif will find the puck in his own end for the Raiders. Reif up the left side, puck chipped in. Stubenrock battling there. Seneca Valley trying to come away with the puck. Behind the net, the Raiders work it. Nice pass, top of the circle. Rister coming, and I think the blocker of Laurent was what touched it last as he keeps it out. Good look there for the Raiders. Faceoff stays in the USC zone to our right. Two 2-0. Seneca Valley, 2 goals for CJ Gwarek, 1 in the second period, and a power play tally in the third. Gwarek's 3rd and 4th goals on the 2K25 campaign. Upper St. Clair going to bring it back. Ruffner going to dump it deep. Maxwell the first man there for Seneca Valley. Net is empty to our right, so Upper St. Clair going to pull the goalie. And Seneca Valley trying to bring it back. Sheets back to Watson towards the empty cage. He fires wide. Sheets hustling to the corner there. Doubled up on that body check. And then an empty net try, blocked in front by Sheegan Sanowski. So Sheets caught in a double body check there that was made to order. Sheegan Sanowski back the other way. Castle from the right side of the red line, dumps it in, but Nichols out of the net to play it over to the corner. Upper St. Clair comes away with it in front. Sheegan Sanowski's redirect goes wide. Sheegan Sanowski trying to push it back to Schuster. Schuster at the left point, point-to-point try, shot through traffic, save made, Nichols, puck still loose, thrown to the net, save made! Chris Nichols, and he has been half man, half amazing here tonight as players tussle after the whistle. That's Maxwell mixing it up with Rose, I believe. And I think both of those guys are going to get early dibs on the hot water. Maxwell headed off. If someone opens the door, there we go. Rose also headed off, so those guys are done with 1:58 left, whether they're coincidental roughs or 10-minute misconducts. Upper St. Clair might use their timeout here, but Chris Nichols, some big saves there to keep Upper St. Clair off the board. Officials going to sort this disagreement out. Give us a chance to tell you one more time. We want to say thanks to our sponsor for tonight's game, The Mount Washington Shop and Save. Get your last-minute holiday grocery shopping done at Mount Washington Shop and Save. Located at 125 Virginia Avenue, Mount Washington Shop and Save is a locally owned grocery store that provides customers with a clean, fresh, and warm shopping experience. Open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Sundays from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Mount Washington Shop and Save is your place for convenience, quality, and savings. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where we're more than just a grocery store, we're your neighborhood destination. Net remains empty to our right, so 6-on-5 for USC. 1:58 left here in the third. 2-0 Seneca Valley leads in a false face-off. We'll do the draw again. Looks like Gallardini, Upper St. Clair, are they going to use the timeout? They are. So the Panthers looks like they're, someone taking a TO, someone's going to the box. We got a penalty here against Seneca Valley. Hawk is going to serve it. This is a bench minor. So a big chance for Upper St. Clair. They will have a 6-on-4 advantage here. 1:56 left in regulation. Net empty to our right. Face-off won by Seneca Valley. The clear, the puck, the length of the ice, and it just misses off the post. Of course, being short-handed, Seneca Valley can take those long-distance shots with no foul because there will be no icing called. Schuster pushing it ahead. Gallardini down low. Cut off by Nichols. Long shot taken here and wide. Setting it up is Upper St. Clair. 1:20 left in regulation up the right side. Sheegan-Sanowski battling over there. Stolen, shooting, scoring! Carter Hain! The steal! The ENG! The SHG! And the exclamation point for SV. Seneca Valley 3, Upper St. Clair nothing, with 1:12 left here in regulation. Face-off at center red as Seneca Valley continues their tear here through this 2025 season, looking to finish up the 2K25 portion of it and roll into the new year undefeated. They're 60 seconds away from it. Gallardini trying to dance through the defense. Back to the point, Sheegan-Sanowski, top of the right circle, shot through traffic, shoveled and held. Chris Nichols made the save look easier than it was for me to say. And then more pleasantries exchanged after the whistle. Can't see who's in there. Looks like it's Stutzman for Upper St. Clair. Couple of Raiders down low. And Stutzman going to head to the locker room here with 50 seconds left. I don't know if there's anybody from Seneca Valley who's going to be exiting stage right also. A little chippy here at the end. Frustration on Upper St. Clair's part. They've had their chances, just have not been able to take advantage of some power play tries and solid goaltending by Chris Nichols. A lot of penalties here in this third period. So Rose and Maxwell, they were both ejected. Game misconducts, and they were actually given fighting majors. So these guys will have a little bit of an extra holiday break because neither one of those will be eligible to play in the first game of 2026. So one-game suspension tacked on when you're ejected for a fighting major or any type of major. Faceoff coming all the way back to the USC zone, so Owen Laurent will step back into the net to our right. Power play remains in effect for Upper St. Clair. They will have the man advantage for the remainder of the game, unless they're able to tally. With the faceoff at the other end of the rink. So the penalties were just given to Laurent. I'm sorry, not Laurent, but Stutzman. Going to get 2 for roughing and the 10-minute misconduct. So that does his night. So we're back to even strength. Upper St. Clair 0 for the night on the power play, and that really is the difference here tonight. USC back. Long shot fired wide on the try there from Schuster. So 5 on 4 for USC because the net empty to our right. Schuster at the left point. Sending it down low. Centering try. Trying to one-time it can't from the right point. Luca misses as the one-time try for Spera didn't go. Schuster's shot redirected by Spera offline. 10 seconds left here in regulation. USC back to the point. Schuster looks, top of the right circle. Luca tried to tee it up. It floats off his stick. Back behind the net. Taken there by Morrow. And the final horn sounds. Seneca Valley remains perfect through the first part of this season. They finished 20-25 undefeated. With the victory, Seneca Valley, they improve to 12-0 on the season, and they now have 34 points, extending their lead over second place Peters Township. Upper St. Clair, they take the loss. They fall to 4-8-2 on the season and remain in 9th place. Up next for these teams, they have the holiday break coming up. Upper St. Clair back at it on January 5th. They will host Pittsburgh Central Catholic here at the Ice Castle. Seneca Valley back in action next on January 8th. They will host Thomas Jefferson at the Barrel Complex. Seneca Valley, the special teams, the difference. 2 goals tonight from C.J. Gwarick. And a shutout pitch, the 5th of the season, for Chris Nichols. Send the Raiders home with the victory over Upper St. Clair here by the final count of 3-0. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed watching as much as we did bringing it to you. You've been watching PIHL High School Hockey Night Live on TenbandTV.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.
Start period number 2, dumping the puck back into the Seneca Valley zone. Tough angle shot, save made by Nichols. On that, bounces off another check as he drops it back to the point. Shot through traffic, blocked. Seneca Valley coming back the other way. It's John Soroka. Up the left side, has a trailer. Score! C.J. Gwarick puts the mesh in motion. So Upper St. Clair got a great chance. There's a steal. Shigetsanowski brings the boom. And there's a Seneca Valley player who's pushing it ahead. Hustling after it there for USC is York. Penalty coming up. And Upper St. Clair is going to get their first chance with the man advantage. Defense did a good job of shutting down the shooting lane. Over to the top of the right circle, back to the point. One-time rip from the circle. Reif denied by the right pad of Owen Laurent. Reif gets it back. Rising shot. Clough save. Owen Laurent. Here comes a chance back for Martin. Martin crosses center red, leads the charge, but offside. And we'll bring the faceoff back to the neutral zone. Softly and calmly, Chris Nichols takes it back behind the net. Seneca Valley back score! 11-0. 2 of those wins coming, 1 in overtime, 1 in a shootout. They've been impressive. Long point shot takes an odd bounce. Circle. Defense there for Seneca Valley, and now a short-handed chance, maybe back the other way. Hustling down the left side, Seneca Valley shot on, save made. Back to the right point. Tear shot blocked as Martin gets in front of it. She gets Sanowski, turns. Faceoff coming all the way back to the USC zone, so Owen Laurent will step back into the net to our right.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh.